Snowing even harder today. It's pretty cool. Good morning. Today I want to talk about something because I'm feeling a bit down. And so I wanted to share something. I just want people to know that who likes you and who doesn't like you can sometimes really depend on the who. You know? And what I mean by that is whether or not you fit in can sometimes be dependent on where you are. You know, the heuristic that if everybody in the room is an asshole, you're the asshole. That's a good heuristic, and I believe in it. But it's also worth remembering that sometimes you can just be surrounded by assholes. And other times, you just might not fit in where you are. And that's not your fault. Because, you know, if you can look at yourself and honestly say, yes, I am a good person. I am living my life in a way that I think is good and right. And I know what I believe in. And I know what's important to me. And I know who's important to me. If you can honestly say that about yourself, and you're still not fitting in where you are, it might have a lot more to do with where you are than who you are. You know, I knew a lot of people who didn't fit in high school. And then they went to university and found that they were incredibly popular. I knew people who were popular in high school who went to university and were absolutely hated. I see people in the army who are popular somewhere else and then come to the army and people don't like them. And I see other people that absolutely bloom in the army because they finally found a group of people where they fit in. You know, it can be easy when you feel like you don't fit in to think that there's something wrong with you. And that's a natural response. Any sane person would think that. But if you're not fitting in, and you don't think the problem is with you, because you can't find that thing that you feel like you're doing wrong. Like you really can't. Like you think about it and you can't. That might just be a sign that it's time for you to move. That it's time for you to change up where you are. Because if you're not in the place you're supposed to be, where you fit in, well, you're certainly making your life harder than it has to be. Personally, I've noticed that some places I go, I fit in. People like me. People respect me. People want to know about me. And they like the stories that I tell them. And other places that I go, people don't care. They think I'm weird. They think that I'm someone they would prefer not to talk to, but do so out of kindness. Well, it's not really kindness, is it? It's more just like being nice, which isn't the same thing. Because they don't understand me. Because I don't fit in with them or their friends. That's okay. You can use that as a guide to find where you should be. But you have to be brave enough, if you are somewhere where you shouldn't be, to leave. Figure out a way you can get out. Maybe it's your job. If you feel miserable at your job every day because your coworkers don't fit with you or you don't fit with them, it's time to find a way out. I mean it. Start looking. It feels so good to start looking. Excuse me, ladies. So what I'm trying to say here is that when you feel like you don't fit in, it might be you, but it also might be where you are. And remember that. And if you're just not fitting in where you are right now, I'd try changing. You know, right now, I don't feel like I fit in at one of my jobs. I've started looking for new jobs. They might not even pay as much. But if I'm going to spend 15 hours a week around these people, I want them to be people that think I'm interesting, that respect me, and that I respect, and that I think are interesting. Anything else will just be slowly killing my soul. Maybe you're stuck in a high school that you don't like, or the people in your school treat you poorly because you don't fit in. Well, if you can't change where you are, see if there's anything else you can change. Do you not like hanging out with the popular kids because they're shallow and mean? Maybe try hanging out in the art room. Those kids are welcoming to a fault. Do you feel like your arts friends don't like you because you're a tryhard and they're much more laid back and go with the flow? Maybe try hanging out with somebody else. I know it's scary, it's change, but just remember that if you're in the wrong place, you can move. And if you feel like you can't, get creative before you give up. I mean it. There's lots of ways. There's lots of ways to find a place where you fit in better. If that's what's important to you. Anyway, that's what's on my mind today. Don't despair. Don't give up. It can be hard when you don't fit in. But there's a million, billion different places that you can be. Different people that you can see. And you might fit in a lot better with them than you do right now. But let me know what you think. Has there been a time in your life where you've just had to change? Where you've said enough is enough and you've just moved? Maybe you went to university. Maybe you changed high schools. I'd be interested to know. Or maybe you disagree with me. Maybe you think the answer is self-improvement alone. You could be right. Maybe I'm just telling people to take the easy way out. That is one of the dangers. You might just run away. But, well, I'm sure there's something I could say to that. But let me know all the same. Have a good day. And remember to like and subscribe. It helps a lot.